I know things look a little differently these days, but it's a new year and a new podcast. We have the Jobbers Tears podcast. I am still Janelle from HR, and I am still with Sir Wilkins. And actually, we brought on a new guy here. Hopefully, he can keep up with the rest of us. Mr. Black over here that laid out his necessities.
I went for at home. You feel me?
All right. Well, welcome guys. We're going to start off with our opening segment, which is Behind Gorilla's Position. So in this segment, we're going to talk about the ins and outs of the outside of the wrestling ring. And since it is a new year, Happy New Year to you both.
Appreciate it.
What did you guys do for New Year's?
Was it Cuba?
My motherland.
I just went to mass. I just went to church.
Oh,
got some
Lord.
tea. That's it. Some real like that, man. That's it.
All right. Well, with the new year, it means new things in the wonderful world of wrestling. So, I'm going to actually start off with Mr. Black first. What are some of your 2018 predictions in the wrestling world? It can be WWE, it could be New Japan, it can be Impact. What are some of your wrestling predictions for this year?
Yo, real talk. I think the breakout superstar of the year might be Mojo Rawley. Yo, I know I give that man a hard time before, but what he showed me on Smackdown, I was just like, he has a lot of potential. Like, you see the beginning stages of his potential. You know, like, he got to change a few stuff about his gimmick, his look. He's good bread. Like, he brings a lot of intensity that's been missing in that mid-card on Smackdown. Yeah.
Okay. And what about you, Sir Wilkins? What do you think? Who will be the breakout star this year in 2018?
Well, he's not really a under the table type of guy.
Who, your boyfriend, Jason Jordan?
No, it's not Jason Jordan. I think it's gonna be Austin Aries. He's gonna pull a Cody Rhodes. I think he's gonna do what Cody Rhodes did, dominate the indie scene, finally get to showcase who he really is. I mean, he just won the TNA titles. I don't know how much he's really gonna do, but TNA is like I've said before, is garbage.
And it's not as garbage.
It's not.
Makes it seem.
Yes, it is. It's a garbage company.
I mean, if it's so much it's hard to say garbage when you have people like AJ Styles and you have people
Samoa Joe,
like Joe, that's come through.
Bobby Lashley, who's currently there.
But it's a garbage company. It's WCW. The year it got sold.
I would say maybe 2 years before it got sold.
Yes.
No. It's the year it got sold.
No, it's not.
They can't pay their wrestlers, but they paying actors to be in the crowd.
And football stars to come in and wrestle.
I mean, they have concordance. Like right now, they're shooting Canada right now. Like,
which is cheap.
Savage.
That's smart. Actually, that's not dumb. That's smart.
No.
That's right off.
That's low quality.
Just because it's taped in Canada doesn't mean it's low quality.
Nah, TNA.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said Canon. Like that shit with Canon cameras.
Yo.
I was like, yo. Oh, yeah, they're shooting in Canada. That's a better deal.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, though. TNA is yet to upgrade to HD.
They can't afford it.
Right.
New Japan Wrestling is about to take over.
Well,
Boy.
yeah, Japan will be on a whole different level, and we'll get to that soon. But all right, last question. Well, a few more questions. Who do you think will debut the night after WrestleMania?
I don't know. Because a lot of potential's out there. You feel me? And, yo, I gotta go with my son Bobby Lashley. I think,
So Bobby Lashley is coming back to WWE.
as a single star. It won't probably be the night before after Raw, but probably just sense of he's gonna come back. And I gotta go with a tag team War Machine. Yo.
I love War Machine.
That tag team is amazing. I don't know.
Yeah, that's about 90 days from Wrestle Kingdom, so I think that's solid.
Exactly.
Yes. What about you, Sir Wilkins? Who do you think will debut? Actually, I'm going to say, who do you think is going to debut the night after SummerSlam? There's always a big debut on the Raw after.
You know what I think is going to happen? And maybe I'm talking about it too early.
It's never too early.
I'm seeing a New Japan Wrestling invasion happening this year. Something of that nature is going to happen this year. Most likely after SummerSlam, because they're dead. They're technically dead. That's like their.
Well, no, they have their G1.
Well, they have. I'm talking about they have their G1 and their Survivor Series. Mm-hmm. So the build-up would be you come in now. It's New Japan Wrestling versus WWE.
That's all good and gravy, but you know Vince got an ego. You know what happened with the whole alliance invasion? No. But then again, Triple H is there.
Triple H is there, and also New Japan Wrestling is not dead. And New Japan Wrestling hasn't tried to kill WWE.
We're totally going to get this New Japan because I think New Japan needs WWE more than WWE needs Japan.
Obviously.
But we'll get into it. Don't worry. It's on the menu, I promise. So, last question to you guys. Who do you think will be champion, WWE champion, by the end of the year? Who's going to end 2018 off with the belt?
Go.
It's a ping pong.
It's a ping pong? Oh, you want me to go?
Yeah.
Big Dogs, who owns the yard, Mr. Roman Reigns.
Yo, I thought you were going to say something totally different.
Yeah, me too. I was waiting for that.
No. I thought you were going to go with gender. No bullshit.
No. It's Roman Reigns, the face of WWE, the biggest man in the yard. The yard belongs to him. Roman Reigns.
Wow, okay, we're just gonna let him go over there with that. All right, Mr. Black, who do you think?
You guys are biased.
Not biased.
You guys are biased, especially you. Remember, you're the moderator.
Not biased.
You are the moderator.
Yo, why do you love Roman so much? Like,
I'm not biased, promise.
You know what?
Why do I love Roman Reigns so much? Do you want to break it down?
No, actually.
You want to break it down? Grand
that.
Slam champion.
But who is it?
Grand Slam champion.
That was a Grand Slam. Okay.
So, Grand Slam champion.
And he wasn't the first to do it in the field, so we won't do
Exactly.
this.
Samoan blood running through his veins. He has the perfect look of a champion, son. The perfect look of a champion.
So
does Cass, but that doesn't mean he's gonna be champion by the end of the year.
So does Apollo Crews.
Cass?
Yeah, Big Cass. You know Vince.
Big Cass?
You know Vince loves him.
Big Cass, it look like Big Fat Tess?
Yeah, he's terrible.
But
He looks horrible.
He's terrible.
Horrible.
He's terrible.
He's out here looking like with a beer belly. His titties are sagging out here.
He's whack. He has a terrible look.
He has a terrible look, son. Terrible look, son. If I was Vince, I'd be like, yo, pop these pills and get big, B.
He's a bootleg test. Come on.
Tess is worse. That's just like
Whoa. Tess was the man.
no.
You're a moderator. I'm not arguing with you. I'm not arguing with you. You're the moderator.
The reason why Tess
You're the
follows
moderator.
because of Trish Stratus, and that's gonna be that.
Okay.
Who do you think is gonna be champion by the end of the year?
I don't know, to be honest. Like, I wanted Shinsuke. But, listen, I want it, but I gotta go with Kevin Owens. Or, my backup pick, this is my black horse. My blackest horse ever. Dolph Ziggler. That's my bold black horse.
The same guy who dropped the United States title after
He didn't really drop the title, though.
I mean, physically dropped it. I didn't say...
It's all storyline.
That's
No,
it.
I get that, but I'm just saying, like, you were talking about the guy that just walked away.
Because it's
storyline.
It's a storyline.
Great story. He's doing such a phenomenal job.
Thank
Off
you.
camera?
Huh? No, he's doing house shows.
I mean, I did all of you do house shows. Alright, next thing we have on the menu today will be Raw's 25th anniversary is coming up here in our wonderful city of New York. So we're honoring 25 years in about 2 weeks. It is the Raw's Going Home show to the Royal Rumble. So it's actually a really, really big event. They have so many people confirmed for this event. So we have JR and Jerry Lawler. We have Stone Cold. We have Brock. We have Undertaker. So don't think Undertaker's not going to put himself in this Royal Rumble if you want to. We have Kevin Nash, Scott Hall. We even have Ted DiBiase. I'm hearing rumbles of even my guy, Eric Bischoff, coming to Raw 25. So, I want some of your opinions on, what do you think has been the biggest moment in Raw's 25 years?
Ooh. Hey.
Don't all start at first.
Stone Cold.
But,
Stone Cold, and when he was feuding with the Ministry of Darkness.
okay.
I went Ministry of the corporate ministry.
Okay.
No, it wasn't corporate ministry yet. It was Ministry of Darkness because Vince didn't rule himself as being a higher power.
Yeah, but it's technically still
Actually, it's the greater power.
yeah, it's still the same thing. Anyways, greatest moment is when motherfucker put this nigga on a cross.
Vince, oh my God.
He put him on a cross.
Okay.
Like on national TV.
Yeah.
On a cross.
It was decent.
It wasn't decent. Stop.
No, that was
because the thing is, you have to understand
that build up to that entire situation.
Yeah, that was insane. And the Ministry of Darkness, like that Undertaker, for me was the best Undertaker, hands down.
No,
hands down.
I don't think so.
Because he was so engulfed in that character. Like, you got chills when he came out. Like, the older he got, things changed around, you know what I mean? And then it went to the G era, whatever. But that Attitude era, borderline ruthless aggression era Undertaker was like out this world. Because, one, he had a stable of fucking weirdos. Like, you had Gangrel and fucking Edge and Christian before they became Edge and Christian that we know and love.
And you had
spitting out blood and shit, like messing around.
Wait, tell me that wasn't hard. When you hear that today, your heart went boom, 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 boom. You had the Acolytes. Yeah.
Well, APA now, but you had them, and it was a team. This is when stables were cool.
Yeah.
Like, stables was a shit, and that moment. When I was a kid, I was like, yo, this shit may be real. Well, there was a point for a long time I thought wrestling was real.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think every wrestling fan.
No, but even when they showed that behind the scenes, or this is what happened, I didn't believe that.
Like
Nah, you fucking with me, B. You fucking with me. You lying. But the thing is, that moment, when you're sitting there and then the cross is coming up and you just...
Right, and that's how they ended Raw.
And it ended Raw that way. You're on another level of like, yo, this may be some legit shit.
Like, it got real.
Wow. Like, it got real. Like, you were so engulfed in the situation, like, yo, I don't know what the fuck just happened. That was probably one of the best moments I've ever seen. But like, and the second one would be when The Rock threw Stone Cold's belt in the water. That was straight disrespectful. And I know I'm going on a tangent right now, but I gotta talk about number 3, when Mankind went off on The Rock. A lot of people remember that because he was so frustrated what The Rock was doing, and he even called The Rock by his first name. Y'all remember that?
I remember. Okay, that's a throwback.
That's like when he was just frustrated with the job, and that's when Raw was like legit live, not no like. Everything was there.
Yeah.
And he wrote it in his book. Mankind's one of my favorite wrestlers of all time because of him being such an underdog. Mm-hmm. Vince didn't want him. Nobody wanted to deal with it. They thought he was like a fucking joke. He just loved wrestling. And when he got frustrated, he took it out on The Rock. The Rock was being a dick. Rock was being a straight fucking dick.
But you have to understand though, prior to that, The Rock beat him close to death with that chair. Like, he was unnecessary, that he was excessive. He never apologized about it.
So the other day when I was watching on the WWE Network, you know, if everyone subscribes to 99, get your money's worth. I really was trying to figure out at what point did Rock go bald. Like, I literally was watching like 96. My man had a hard fade.
He went bald right after Scorpion King. Because his hair, because you know, being a bald black man, you keep up. Yeah. With the ball
you can tell he's going bald.
So I'll give you the quick breakdown of what happened. So he leaves to go to Hollywood. The Scorpion King, I guess the weave that they put in his hair pulled his hairline back.
That's what weaves do, ladies.
So he was wearing a weave in Scorpion King. So he comes back. Remember, he was mad skinny and shit with the leather.
Yeah. I remember that.
So that's when the hairline started receding. That was the beginning of the receding of the hairline.
That was the beginning.
That was the beginning.
He pulled a LeBron.
But the thing about, he didn't pull LeBron because LeBron hasn't gotten bald yet.
He hasn't realized that his hairline's like right here.
Yeah.
He hasn't realized that.
A brother like me got the same Rock hairline. We got the Vegeta shit. And anybody that watches Dragon Ball Z understands about Vegeta's hairline. So Sir Wilkins got a Vegeta hairline when the hair grows back. That's what the Rock had. It was like that right hair, like, you know, that big imprint.
You better preach, brother.
So preach. Then he became bigger. Mm-hmm. So he was like, I'm big and I'm black. I might as well cut my hair off. So it happened like...
No. If you notice that, he had a little goatee to offset his bald head.
No, but the thing about, he got that because now it's that sexy look. Because he got gray on the beard. So he's
salt and pepper.
He's the salt and pepper. You know, bitches love the salt and pepper. Bitches love the salt and pepper.
Not all bitches.
So, I mean, pardon me.
My black queens love the salt and pepper.
Not all like salt and pepper.
Pardon me about the word the bitches. I'm trying to stop saying bitches, but bitches love when I call them bitches.
But I'm just saying.
Girl, they do. I try to call them queens. They be annoying me. Like, ew, nigga. I'm like, all right, cool.
Well, what's funny is like, what's his face says? It was like, I call y'all bitches because I don't know y'all names. That makes sense.
Yeah, but it's fine. But that's what happened. That we're going off topic.
Well, no. So okay, we have your 3. So now I need you to give me 3. And it's gonna be hard.
It's hard.
Because when you think about it, Raw has almost, we've outlived.
We grew up with it.
Almost like outlived Raw, but
Yeah, we did. Like, we basically grew up. That was basically. I have to say the one moment I was just like, number one, has to when Kane moved his mask. Me as a kid, I remember I got no mercy for 10 or 64. Once I found out you could take off Kane's mask, I wrestled him throughout the whole time with no mask. But the fact that at that moment, he robbed my childhood. Because I realized that, wrestling is not real.
Because he took his mask off.
Yes.
His face was supposed to be burned, remember?
Exactly.
Remember?
I get it.
His face was supposed to be burned off.
I was tight.
He had a receded hairline. Speaking of receded hairlines, that was a great segue. Great segue. Good job on that one. Speaking of receded with looking like George Jefferson. Looking like the Jewish George Jefferson.
Like,
what
happened?
That's not your hair? What? He robbed my childhood.
But remember, this is what WWE act like pulling that Men in Black shit like you talk about. Because remember, he was supposed to be burned. His whole body was supposed to be burned.
Then after slowly, he had one sleeve, like, all right, cool. By the other side, son came out a wife beater. I was just like, oh my gosh.
And then
really?
you could see through it after a while.
But it even goes further than that because it went from him not being able to talk with a voice box to him giving full-blown perfect with no voice box. Like that for me was
that killed my childhood.
That voice box shit was hot. Like I don't care what anyone says.
Fire,
but
son.
then when he decided not to do it, like I don't know what period did that fuck up, but somebody must have forgot it one Raw was like, fuck it, go out and speak.
Because they're gonna be changing. Because the thing is, WWE changes the writers so much, and they're not wrestling fans. A lot of the writers. So you got this new writer coming into writing Kane's storyline.
He's like, why is the voice box? That's stupid.
Let me erase this off history. This is dumb right here. Voice box.
Voice box.
All right, so Kane taking off masks is one. Okay, what's number 2?
Oh, I thought this never happened. Paul Heyman, Eric Bischoff, and Vince in the ring together.
Okay.
That's very iconic.
Yeah.
3 different styles of wrestling. 3 different ways to do business. 3 different moments of our childhood, all in that ring.
Agree.
That was the moment that I was just like, yo, wrestling is still real to me. That moment.
Okay, and last one.
Number 3, I have to say when Dolph Ziggler won the title. When he cashed in.
Right after WrestleMania 29.
Yo, I remember seeing it. Mind you, Raw was kind of like, that was ever when like wrestling wasn't the greatest. It wasn't the greatest. And I remember he came out. I was like, oh, wow, he's about to win it. And son won it. And it wasn't even like a bad cash in. It was the greatest because Alberto actually kind of put up a fight. So it's just like, dang, Dolph may not be, but still though, nobody ever up to that moment, nobody kicked out after first finisher. Alberto did kicked out. I was like, oh, he's about to lose it. But then when he won, and that's when I had a hopes like he's gonna be a star. Apparently, I was wrong.
No, I don't think so. I think there's some juice left in.
I believe in him. I believe in him.
That's your guy.
Oh, Ziggler. I'm a Ziggler guy.
Yeah, me too.
I'm a Ziggler guy.
Quick, I can go real quick. I'll give 2. One is definitely. So one Raw was when Austin wasn't cleared to wrestle, and Vince kept telling him like, you cannot be here. You can't be here, you can't do anything. And Austin just kept coming out, stunnering anybody in sight. And it was the funniest shit.
I definitely remember
Jerry, he stunned the Mosh Brothers, those dudes, like he was stuttering everybody. And then the second one would definitely be Triple H and Stephanie's Las Vegas wedding. That for me was everything because I'm such a huge Triple H fan and I thought it was just so dope. He would turn to her and give some fake female voice to the drive-through window. Like, shit was, that's when you knew wrestling just took it up a whole nother.
So it was a straight left turn to like fuckery.
Yeah, but it started, once again, it started a great like era. The McMahon Helmsley era followed that, and you know now they are one of the power couples of the WWE. So
of wrestling
in general. So yeah, so that's that. So next thing we actually have, so WWE must have had a light bulb come on, and they was like, we need more social media presence. So they decided to do this mixed match challenge that's starting next Tuesday, the 16th. And they have teams from Raw and Smackdown, and they picked male and females to come together and to wrestle. And they're wrestling in an attempt to win $10,000 for their charity of their choice. So we have some, I think all of the pairs are very different. I don't like the fact that they paired the husband and wives together, but whatever. But you have like Nakamura and Natalya. You have like Sasha Banks and Finn Balor. You have, as of today, Carmella and Big E. Like, they're trying to really bump up their Facebook Live and their numbers on social media. So what are you guys, who are your top picks for winning the mixed match challenge?
It's kind of a point. Because we all know Asuka and Miz going to win.
Well, we don't know that.
They're going to make Asuka and Miz going to win. So it kind of diluted the fact that it's the tournament. Because I'm looking like, dang, they're not going to try to end a winning streak on actually?
It doesn't count because it's a tag team.
No. I think that's a great idea. Hear me out. Don't you know how many views that would get if she lose on that Facebook thing? Her team lose in the first round?
But just because, so I think
it's a good idea.
I think if they were to get eliminated, it would be Miz taking the pin, so it wouldn't even really be like Asuka.
Still you still can kind of count it.
Well, no, because she's been in tag teams and they've lost and they don't count it.
I don't know.
All right, so you say Asuka and Miz. Who do you think is gonna come victorious? We also have Charlotte and Bobby Roode, which I thought was a dope pick too.
What about Nia?
Well, this is your turn to talk about her.
But then again, Nia, you know, she was with our brother Apollo Crews. So
first of all, this shit is not about wrestling. We all know this shit is not about wrestling. This is straight publicity.
Numbers.
Then they're also doing it on Facebook Watch, which is a brand new platform, and it's on another who's ever in that social media office or that advertisement marketing office is fucking phenomenal. That team that runs that marketing for WWE is fucking phenomenal. We spoke about on the older podcast, we talked about them kind of holding themselves out with branding. But when it comes to social media, all the wrestlers do their thing, especially the women.
Yeah, they do.
So with this shit, it's Facebook Watch shit, it's strictly about numbers, like you said, and strictly about marketing. Now, who I want to win?
Of course.
Paulo Cruz, because he's like my low-key third cousin removed somewhere or another. He's Nigerian, but you know that West African thing is somebody from the Haitian tribe that got whiplash and take it from West Africa must be related to. But anyways,
related to somehow.
But when my crush, besides my girlfriend, love you, baby, love you.
Wow.
Nia Jax and our cousin Apollo Crews come together, that's victory. Little black excellence and Samoan excellence. Hashtag that. But who is gonna win though is gonna be Miz and Asuka.
You too.
Because you have, so for the reason why he's saying, I'm not saying because Asuka can't lose, is because it helps Miz out. Because what we talked about, they have a show coming up.
They do. That is next on our list.
So that helps out when it comes to social media. And then the strongest person social media wise, besides like the Bellas and Nia's popping a little bit, is The Miz.
Yeah.
So who are you gonna use? And he's just the face.
Actually, Natalia.
I can't stand her.
With her cats.
But that
It's
shit
popping.
is popping. Like,
I can't stand her. I love her, but I can't stand her. Miz is the ambassador for WWE.
Yeah.
He's the guy that Vince goes to when I got a fucking press conference. I'm using him because he's so fucking
Charismatic.
well. No, he's just, besides that shit that he pulled off on the ESPN, different story, called the Sweetheart. I think it was Sweetheart he called her.
yeah.
Besides that, he is so media trained out the ass that he just knows how to. I just think it's gonna be them two.
Okay. All right. So we have both of you guys saying Asuka and Miz. I'm probably going to go with. It's either going to be Braun and Alexa, or they might give it to Nakamura and Natalia.
Okay.
But once again, tune in to Facebook, and it's weird because it's the same time as 205 Live is supposed to be, so it's very interesting because now you got to kind of choose.
You can watch it on your phone.
True, but I mean, not everybody can multitask. So, but keep out for the Mixed Match Challenge. We'll, as the week goes on, we'll definitely keep talking about it. Next thing, as you mentioned, so Miz and Maurice, congratulations on you guys having a new bundle of joy coming. They're actually getting a new TV show, and it's actually going to be on the USA Network. So they're going to do, it's a 6-episode, half-hour docu-series documenting them preparing for the birth of their new child, their baby girl. So A, are you guys going to watch? And then B, do you find it interesting that USA picked it up and not E? Because as everyone knows, E handles Total Divas and Total Bellas. So I think it's very interesting that they're doing the show on USA Network. So what are some of your thoughts?
I'm gonna watch the show because The Miz and Maurice is very entertaining, and I think the reason why USA picked up the show to make WWE happy.
Okay.
Like they know that the contract
Yeah, time is running on their contract,
so they make everything possible to make it happy, and it's gonna be an interesting show because they're two interesting people to watch. And if you want to get yourself into media, whatever, The Miz and Maurice are two greatest examples of how to do it right. You got the sense of like she wasn't born here, but it's like how that she carries herself with such elegance in America. Like wow, she's popping.
Well, she's French, so
That too. And The Miz, the fact that like anybody can recognize The Miz who grew up in the whole 2000 era. He's the Rex in my face. You forget he was on the New World. The Real World and all those other shows. He's mad recognizable. I was with somebody watching Raw. It's like, oh yeah, I remember him. She said his whole government. I'm looking like. That's his government? I forget. I was like, wow, how you know him? Oh, yeah, I see him. I used to watch him back in the day. I didn't know he was a wrestler now. Mm-hmm. He's recognizable. So that show's gonna do numbers.
All right. What about you? You watching? You recording? What you doing?
I probably watch on demand. I don't watch nothing. I don't watch nothing when it comes out. So this new show is like you mentioned it before. It's to keep WWE happy, and it being a 6-episode thing means there's more to come. Because this is usually when they give you that pilot season type of shit. Mm-hmm. It's usually a short amount of episodes. So this is to see how this is going to work out. First of all, this might be another couple seasons with what's going on. Mm-hmm. Number 2, that contract is running out, and USA doesn't have that much content. I've looked at that channel. It's is it iRobot with that
Mr. Robot?
Mr. Robot, which is a award-winning show. And they don't have much. They have a couple of other shows on there, but they don't have much on that network.
No, a lot of things that's on USA is kind of syndicated, so it's kind of like on replay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they need original content. Now with WWE expanding, they could go to E, but E, I don't think this could fit E.
Yeah.
But why not put it on the USA Network? Because you kind of got your foot on their necks. And you get what you want out of them right now because you don't release information about, I'm talking to Fox, I'm talking to this person, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Unless you're trying to scare somebody. Because this contract is not going to be over until like when?
I think it's fall 2019.
Exactly. So why are we hearing about this now?
Well,
you're trying to scare people.
That too, in the sense that also in TV land, you do deals a year.
You do deals. You do
an amount of a year of when it's gonna expire.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, most people won't know about it. The public won't know about it.
True.
True.
That's what I'm trying to get at. The public won't know about this. So obviously, WWE put that out, and then now USA is like, holy shit, you guys might fucking leave. So what do you guys want me for? Well, you know, I want to start some shows. And yeah.
Well, we're gonna segue into our rumor of the week this week, and as a lot of wrestling fans have enjoyed for the last week, it has been all about Wrestle Kingdom. Did you guys watch?
What? Some of it. Watch the
I don't blame you because the shit was 6 hours. So, did you watch? Be honest.
I watched the 3-hour condensed version on Access TV.
On Access TV.
By the way, that commentary, the American commentary team is terrible.
See, so I think I heard on Access you got JR and someone else.
Yeah.
So when you watched it like on New Japan's website, you had got Kevin Kelly and this other guy. So yeah, and I didn't realize until someone was like, "Oh, JR's commentary." I was like, "That's not who I heard when I watched it on."
Oh, you didn't know
New
that?
Japan.
No.
Well, we'll talk.
So as Wrestle Kingdom has, the hype of it has come and gone. An amazing match, Kenny Omega and Chris Jericho, amongst other matches.
The GOAT.
The GOAT.
The Jay-Z of wrestling.
Absolutely. So it is now a rumor that, of course, New Japan wants to somehow, someway work with WWE. Now, as everyone knows, as I've been saying for I don't know how long, Vince has his fingers already in New Japan. You guys are just sitting and waiting for it. So I'm going to put it up to you guys. What do you guys think about New Japan working with WWE, whether it's, them using some of the talent, using some of, the pay-per-views to maybe push and promote different events and things like that? Because the one thing I did tell, other wrestling fans, and I said, New Japan it's not a competition to WWE. And the main reason why I say that is because of the market that it's in. New Japan, if they didn't have the English commentary, we wouldn't know what the fuck was going on. So everyone in Japan loves it and it's great, but as Americans and as other people in the world, English is the first language, and because we don't relate, we don't invest. So what are your thoughts on WWE and New Japan somehow, some way down the road working together?
So let's keep it a buck. You mentioned this before, and I'll say it again. New Japan needs WWE to get on that global status type of thing. Now, New Japan wrestling is a different fucking niche.
Absolutely.
So, JR, you didn't know, but JR does do the commentary. He does part-time with WWE. He does part-time with New Japan Wrestling. He said to himself, New Japan wrestling style is old school wrestling.
It is.
The style that they use, old school wrestling. You're gonna need a certain type of wrestlers to wrestle with New Japan wrestlers in order for it to work out the right way. Now, maybe the thing is, New Japan can adopt to WWE, but a lot of these newer guys who raised up in that WWE American style wrestling, I don't think they can adjust too easily to New Japan wrestling unless they're just that different, that cut from that different cloth. Mm-hmm. Like I would never put Roman Reigns in that position.
No, he'll drown.
He'll literally drown.
He'll drown.
Then also the style that New Japan wrestling does, where it's like a fucking opera, where everybody's quiet, and you're not really using your words or your entrance or your body language. Using your body language to articulate what you're trying to do. Right. Yeah. But the thing is, WWE's just looking at y'all like, we're ready to fuck with you. We sent Jericho over there. You know why? We sent Jericho over there because we need a footing in Asia. So this is Conspiracy Wilkins talking, because they're in India. They're trying to fuck with China. So obviously, New Japan Wrestling is in Asia. So what who are we gonna send? The WWE workhorse, aka Chris motherfucking Jericho. That's it. We're gonna send him over because he does everything for the company. He's a company man. This isn't no coincidence. Oh, he goes over there, and he lies and says that, oh, Vince didn't know about this. Motherfucker, Vince knew about this. Vince owns you. Vince owns most of these motherfuckers. And he understands what he can do with these guys, and that's what it is. They're gonna use them because they need a footing in Asia. And New Japan Wrestling is gonna eat off of that because they want to be mainstream. They want to be global. Mm-hmm. You don't think this motherfucker wants to be rich, the owner of New Japan Wrestling? He already fucked with Mark Cuban. The world hates America, but they love American culture. And that is what it is.
Alright.
You basically said everything I wanted to say.
Okay.
So I'm just going to get to the point like this way. It's a great partnership because you easily put it on the WWE.
It's not a partnership. Okay. It's not going to be a partnership.
Let me finish. Great partnership, a great working relationship, and that's something just to put on the network.
No, it's not a partnership. New Japan Wrestling is the side chick.
It doesn't matter. I let you talk, didn't I?
No, but the thing about I'm just letting you know that you're wrong. New Japan Wrestling is the side chick.
How's the side chick?
Because I'm not taking it seriously. I'm just using it.
You're not taking it seriously. It does not mean that everyone else is not taking it seriously.
No. The thing is, WWE is looking at them like, yo, I'm going to use you because I need a place to stay sometimes.
Wow.
When I go to Asia.
Wow. And what do you think that WWE is to New Japan then?
Huh?
It's just like that rich American white boy. That's it.
Exactly, and they're using them. And they use. Just like the Pilgrims came over.
That's just like when you watch...
typical white man. Go to places and ruin stuff, right?
Well, not all white men do that, so we're just not going to promote that. But it's almost like, you ever seen the show 90 Day Fiancé when people to get the K1 visa? It's like that.
But all I'm saying is this, though. Nevertheless, though, yo, look. That is a hot Asian woman right there.
Yeah, it's a hot Asian woman. I'm gonna get my nuts off. And the thing about it, I'm gonna use her for what she is.
I wish I could use these analogies with guys.
So that's the thing. I'm WWE just using them. Listen, I need a footing in Asia,
and I need a footing in America.
Yeah, but the thing
just
about
using
it,
each other.
Because you know what it is. I can probably put on everything I love. Wrestle Kingdom a lot last year, 2017. They probably had an increase of people from the United States or English-speaking countries for this year's Wrestle Kingdom because of Chris Jericho.
Exactly, and
because the only ticket they really have in New Japan, and that's probably what the light bulb went on. The only ticket they really have to any mainstream or any English-speaking markets is Kenny Omega. And then they started with Kenny, and then now Cody's there. And then they were like, you know what? We need someone to draw on this money. Chris Jericho was the answer. So now it's just like for next year, who's it gonna be?
And that's what it is. New Japan Wrestling is a niche market in wrestling. Wrestling's already a niche market. New Japan's even a niche in the side of a niche.
Yeah, it's like the underneath the.
Because
New Japan and it's like the indies.
Not everybody's fucking with it.
All I'm saying is this. In general, though, don't see it as that WWE just using it as a...
They are. They don't need them. They don't need them. They need them. They need them for that one to get that footing in Asia. What New Japan Wrestling wants to get bigger. All right. WWE is a Fortune 500 company.
Publicly traded.
Like Enzo said. But it's really not a Fortune 500 company because Enzo don't know what the fuck he's talking about. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. It is publicly traded. But Enzo, they're not a Fortune 500 company.
And if they was, they're not no bull like.
You're right.
Alright, so we're gonna move on to our next segment, which is Brand of the Week. So each week, these lovely gentlemen here will rate Raw and Smackdown, putting them head to head, and then we're gonna combine their scores. So they're gonna give us a rating. We're gonna combine their scores, and then we're gonna decide which brand took over for the week. So I'm gonna ask Sir Wilkins Hurst to give me your rating for Raw. And then tell me what was the aha moment for Raw for you?
I'll give Raw 3.5 out of 5.
Okay.
My aha moment was Miss TV. Fucking amazing. Fucking amazing. I really love Jason Jordan.
You know what? I do too.
I really love Jason Jordan. Yo, fix your
People are
face.
sleeping on him, and
Yo, fix your face.
It's one of
Y'all
those.
be necking him so badly, though,
No,
son.
but Jason Jordan is like that little brother that you don't.
Yo,
walk
he's just a
around with.
knockoff of Kirk Angle's gimmicks, man.
He's not knocking Kurt Angle's
No.
gimmick. What are you talking about?
Don't you like a familiar that how he's kind of goofy like Kirk Angle when Kirk Angle's like wearing that little cowboy hat? You don't notice that how that when he's doing his heel stuff, it's like kind of like Kurt Angle?
He's not even like goofy. He's like annoying goofy. Like Kurt was funny goofy.
All I'm saying is this though, he's just a poor man's Kirk Angle.
No,
That's
he's
it.
not. He's Jason Jordan, the future of WWE.
If you were gonna
Get outta
if
here.
you were gonna choose a black horse for this year, that should have been it.
I even put Jason Jordan on my top 5. Check out the Jobbeteers Instagram. He's on my top 5 of last year's heroes.
Sunset Heroes. What?
Yes, he's a hero to the.
So you wake up, Jason Jordan, I love you. You kiss someone's forehead every night?
But see, the thing is
Every night. Every morning.
This is what everyone needs to understand. Like when you look at just a timeline of things, he was in a tag team. He was in NXT. He was a tag team. They got brought up a little too early, in my opinion, but that's that. Got brought up, then got split up. This is the best that this man is gonna do on his own. Let him rock out.
Has it been like 3 months or something?
It don't even. No, it's been longer than that.
Maybe 4 months.
Maybe 4.
It may be 4 months it's been. Because, listen, Jason Jordan, right now. So, yeah, Jason Jordan was fucking awesome. And Samoa Joe's promos, amazing.
Yo,
All right, so what is your score for Raw this week?
I'm not gonna lie. I've freaking been enjoying Raw the past few days. I have to say, I'm going with a little bit more higher. It was a 3.6.
Okay.
3.6.
What was your favorite moment at Raw this week?
My favorite moment, dang, there's a lot of good moments. It was just like the whole, like, I gotta get the cruiserweight match. That was pretty good though. It was just a lot.
Enzo got injured.
Yeah, but I just felt that if Enzo was a face, he would have went back in the ring and told a better story. Because how he was fighting, like you have to listen. The reason why I like Enzo so much because he's like that person where like you don't expect him to be champion because his style is just like he just came off the street just start talking trash and he wrestled. That's why I like that. That one. The second one was when it was the whole Samoa Joe. No, sorry. It was the Battle Club moment. That alone.
Oh, they got the W.
It was great. I didn't expect him to win. And pretty much overall, wrong 3.6.
All right, so SmackDown. What do you give SmackDown this week?
SmackDown was corny as fuck, so SmackDown gets a 2.5.
Okay. And Mr. Brock, what do you give SmackDown this week?
Yeah. I say I gotta give it like, I give it, I like SmackDown, baby. I gotta give it a 2. And I feel like the only thing really started with the Mojo Rawley match. That was good. Mm-hmm. But the one moment that I realized, this is kind of messed up. It was an Ascension match versus the Belgian Brothers. That's how you say it? Belgian Brothers. The Ascension was supposed to be done. But WWE somehow messed that up. So that pissed me off even more. I'm like, dang, the Ascension is just a bunch of jobbers to these new tag teams. So SmackDown sucked. It was just kind of like a copy and paste from Raw a little bit. So, yeah.
All right, so it seems like Raw was over this week, which I do agree. Raw was actually, you guys didn't even talk about fucking Braun destroying. I mean, once again, we all know the rural deals, they didn't really get hit, blah, blah, blah. But it's just the excitement of it.
Yo,
the
why are you so negative about wrestling?
I'm not being negative.
You guys really like that shit?
Yes!
Oh,
Hold on. This motherfucker's looking like Batman. They're gonna take where do you find a grappling hook? Where do you find a grappling hook from?
I was like, this was perfectly placed. This is great. But I was just,
Oh my gosh.
We're gonna move on from this, but shout outs to fucking Paul Heyman. You sell every fucking thing that you do.
Son had a grappling hook.
Said, oh my God, as he's pulling the shit down, I said, this is Golden Globes.
It was.
And then he's over there.
And then Brock is in the ambulance like, Paul, get me out. And I was just like, this is
It was good.
great.
It was corny.
Great.
It was corny.
Right, the older fan in me is like, okay.
We got grab hook for like, who has a grab hook on the truck that's laying around?
Just like,
and when he like Batman.
But the 7-year-old fan in me loves every minute of it.
Hell yeah.
Alright, so we're gonna do this little game this week. It's Cold Word Association. So I'm gonna give you guys 5 words. You're gonna tell me the first thing that comes to your head. And I'll start off with Mr. Black.
Okay.
Okay? So, TNA.
AJ Styles.
The Boogeyman.
Overrated.
Brother Love.
Oh man. Redface.
Raw.
It's been I lately. It's been I.
The McMahon family.
Business.
Okay? Sir Wilkins. The fun game. Alright. Edge.
Christian.
Trish Stratus.
Sexy.
Nation of Domination.
Black Power.
John Cena.
Legend.
Last one, JBL.
Corny.
Alright, and that's this week's word association. So we're gonna end off this episode with You Made the List. So each week we're gonna have a whole list of people by the end of this entire season of podcasts. And thank you, Jericho, for always inspiring us. We appreciate it. You are the GOAT. So I'm gonna ask Mr. Black first, who made the list this week?
Dang, a lot of people made the list.
Alright, just need
Yo, hurry up, stop rubbing your hands like Birdman and get to it already.
You made the list, nigga. You know why you made the freaking list? You get on my damn nerves. I'm trying to be something like come up with something nice, but you always gotta hate for us, son.
Alright, well,
You always gotta hate though.
So we'll just make the
Typical
list.
nigga.
Who made the list this week for you?
Somebody's in their feelings.
Clearly.
Somebody's in their feelings.
I hate niggas, son.
That's what you got. You made the list.
Okay, all right.
Who made
You're
the
sensitive
list
right
for
now.
you?
Who made a list for me this week? Okay, my phone. Because I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay.
So I don't drink much,
Okay.
but I decided to drink on New Year's, and then I changed my password while I was drunk, and then I forgot it. So I had to wipe my phone out. I couldn't get in my phone.
No one wanted to hear from your ass. That makes so much more sense.
I'm texting him like, yo, boy, what's good? Yo.
So I had to factory reset my phone.
Wow. Okay.
Oh wow, all right.
So,
we'll do it to you guys. All right. And last but not least,
trust me, we know that from his birthday.
I do. We sure do.
We don't have pictures of that
Check us
night, right?
behind the scenes to find out more about Sir Wilkins' birthday extravaganza.
Ooh, got the hiccups.
There's a lot of those too. All right. So this week for me, who made the list? So everyone that knows me knows I hate flying, but I will get my ass on the plane. Blah blah blah. This week I am putting John F. Kennedy Airport on the list this week because how dare you with the snowstorm and everything? How dare you not only have a water main break, you shut down the airport, and then you misplace over 500 bags of luggage. If you ever lose my luggage, JFK, we're going to have a problem. Like, I'm flying out of JFK in 2 weeks for work, and I was hesitant, but I live closer to it, so I was like convenience. But JFK, you made the list this week. Don't do that shit. People want to get home, it's the holidays. Don't fuck up this shit.
Preach.
All right, so first episode down in history. Seems like it's going to go well, guys. So hope you guys at home continue to tune in with us, the Jobbeteers. Please follow us on Instagram at the Jobbeteers Podcast and on Facebook, Jobbeteers Podcast. So once again, I am Janelle from HR, here with Sir Wilkins and Mr. Black. #Black Excellence, #we out.